Hey!
Hey Cass! So, I'm gonna take an English exam next week and I recorded a few sentences. I was wondering, could you check them for me and give me feedbacks?
Sure, I'd be happy to give you feedback.
Yeah, I meant to say feedback, yeah. I gotta go, okay, bye-bye!
Who hasn't been there before, right? We know that mistakes can be an awkward part of learning anything in life, especially when learning a new language. But it's okay, even advanced learners make mistakes. The important thing is to address the mistake, embrace it, and learn from it. In today's lesson, we'll look at 5 common mistakes intermediate and advanced learners make and how you can address them. We'll also share tips on how you can recognize your own mistakes. Then we'll end with a quiz to see if you're able to spot the mistakes. But if you're new here, welcome. Each week we create lessons like this to help English learners like you go from feeling like a lost and insecure English learner to being a confident and natural English speaker. If this sounds like something that you want to do, then be sure to join our community of over 370,000 learners by hitting the subscribe button and bell down below so you never miss out on any of our new lessons.
I was wondering, could you check them for me and give me feedbacks?
Mistake number 1, mixing up countable and uncountable nouns. So the mistake Breeza just made referring to feedback as feedbacks is quite a common one. In terms of Breeza's sentence, the word feedback is an uncountable noun, so there's no plural and no need to add an S at the end. It's easy to get confused between countable and uncountable nouns because some nouns might be countable in your native language and uncountable in English. Some common mistakes include words like baggage, bread, work, and trouble. Let's compare countable and uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns. So they may be the names of abstract ideas or qualities or objects that are too small to count. For example, air, water, health, or advice. Uncountable nouns are used with a singular verb. For example, to give feedback. Give is singular. They usually do not have a plural form, so we don't say airs, waters, advices, or healths. Countable nouns. If you want to ask about the quantity of a countable noun, you can simply ask how many. This will help you identify whether or not it is a countable noun. For example, orange, car, tree, building. These are all countable. The singular form can use a determiner such as a or an. For example, an orange, a car, a tree, a building. Countable nouns have a singular and plural form. For example, oranges, cars, trees, buildings.
My deadline is on Thursday. Please, could you upload the files today?
Mistake number 2, incorrect subject-verb agreement. This is a common confusion learners have. The subject of the sentence, which is the person or thing doing something, must agree with the verb, which is the action that the subject is doing. A singular subject, in this case you, requires a singular verb, in this case upload. So the correct sentence would be, please could you upload the files by tomorrow? When there are other words between the subject and the verb, it's easy to forget which words need to agree. Here is another example. The boy wants a chocolate. As the subject boy is singular, we need to use the singular form of want, which is wants. So in this case, the S does not indicate a plural. Whenever you're learning a new grammar rule, it helps to practice it immediately so you remember it when speaking. Having a speaking partner can definitely help with that. And this is why we've created our RealLife English app. This is the only place where anytime, anywhere, at the press of a button, you can connect with other English learners from around the world. You can have fascinating conversations about absolutely anything, your life, your passions, even new grammar rules you've just learned. So download it now for free by clicking up here or down in the description box below, or simply search for RealLife English in your favorite app store.
Oh, I'm looking forward to see you on next Saturday.
Mistake number 3, adding the preposition on before statements like next week or last Friday. If we use next or last plus the day of the week, we do not use the preposition on. The correct sentence would be, I'm looking forward to seeing you next Saturday. Here are some more examples. Tom visited me last Monday. Next Friday is my birthday. Prepositions talking about time are often confused. Let's look at a few more examples. At is used for specific points in time. For example, let's meet tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. On is used for dates and days of the week. For example, let's meet on Friday. In is used for periods of time such as seasons, months, and years. For example, let's meet in spring 2023.
Congratulations on your birthday! I hope you have a wonderful day.
Mistake number 4, translating from your first language into English. Breeze's first language is Portuguese, and in Brazil, it's common to wish someone parabéns or congratulations when wishing them a happy birthday. In English, the word congratulations is used to praise someone's achievement. And although birthdays are super special, we don't generally congratulate people on their birthdays. Instead, we wish them good things. For example, happy birthday, I wish you many more happy and successful years ahead.
Oh, let's go see some beaches this weekend.
Mistake number 5, confusing the long E and the short E sound. These types of mistakes are quite common because English pronunciation can be quite tricky. One way to remember the pronunciation is to either study minimal pairs or to think of the spelling of the words if you know them. Words spelled with double E or EA are generally pronounced with the long E sound. And words spelled with the letter I are often pronounced with the short E sound. To make the long E sound, imagine that you're projecting it a long way, so it would be E. To make the short E sound, you don't have to project that far at all, so it would just be E. What Brisa meant to say is, let's go see some beaches this weekend. Using the short E sound in this word changes the meaning completely, as bitches is often an offensive way of referring to females. To learn more about these types of words, watch this lesson Ethan recently did on this exact subject. You might be wondering, how can I recognize my own mistakes? Well, it's not easy to recognize mistakes when you're speaking compared to when you're writing, but you can do it with some practice. Here are some suggestions you can try at home alone. Tip number 1, don't speak too quickly. We tend to make more mistakes when we talk fast. When we want to speak accurately, we need to slow down. Take your time when you're speaking so you can notice your mistakes before you make them. Tip number 2, record yourself. Recording yourself speaking is one of the best speaking activities you can do. Not only is it an effective way to measure your progress in English, but you can also notice the mistakes you're making. This is a good method for spotting grammar mistakes and also practicing shadowing. Tip number 3, use a pronunciation app. Some online platforms like Google Translate give you the pronunciation of words. Others, like Elsa Speak, will even listen to you and tell you when your pronunciation is good or not. It could also be helpful for accent reduction. Bear in mind that it's impossible to reach a level of perfect pronunciation because there's no such thing. Now, let's do a quick quiz to see if you're able to spot the mistakes in these sentences. I bought some new shoes. I hope they fit me. I bought some new shoes. I hope they fit me. I bought some new shoes. I hope they fit me. In the word fit, we have a short E sound. In the word feet, we have a long E sound. This means that when we pronounce the word fit, we use the short E. Fit. I have an exam on next Tuesday. I have an exam on next Tuesday. I have an exam next Tuesday. If we use the word next or last plus the day of the week, we do not use the preposition on. Many people want to travel during summer. Many people want to travel during summer. Many people want to travel during summer. A plural subject, in this case people, requires a plural verb, in this case, want. Could you please give me some informations on the best places to visit in Japan? Could you please give me some informations on the best places to visit in Japan? Could you please give me some information on the best places to visit in Japan? Information is uncountable, so there is no plural and no need to add an S. Did you get all the answers correct? If not, don't worry. You can always watch this lesson again and retake the test. To recap, here are the mistakes we covered in today's lesson. Mistake number 1, mixing up countable and uncountable nouns. Mistake number 2, incorrect subject-verb agreement. Mistake number 3, adding the preposition on to expressions like last week or next Friday. Mistake number 4, translating from your first language into English. Mistake number 5, confusing the long and short E sounds. Also, if you have any questions about today's lesson, head on over to our Instagram at reallife.english. Check out our stories every Monday and Friday. You'll find a question box where you can share any thoughts or questions that you have about the lesson. Oh, and make sure to follow us on Instagram so you can continue your learning with us. If you enjoyed this lesson, be sure to share it with a friend who is also learning English. And why not check out this lesson next? Oh, hello! I would like a coffee and a piece of cake, please. Oh, hello. I would like a coffee and a piece of cake, please. Hello. Can I have coffee and
Oh, let me guess your words. A piece of cake, please.